the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Rajon Rondo, he had the ACL and he came back, and let's see what he looks like this time around, Shaq, and see if he's back to being the old Rajon Rondo.
Well, he's at his best when he gets in the lane and creates for his teammates, especially Hall of Fame teammates.
And now, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 12, Nikola Mirotic. At guard, 6'7" from Marquette, number 21, Jimmy Butler. The other forward, at 7'0", number 16, Al Gasol. The man in the middle from Florida, number 13, Joakim Noah. And in guard, 6'3" from Memphis, number 1, Derrick Rose. Your home team is Tom Thibodeau.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We're at the United Center. Chicago fans are cheering for their Bulls. And so off the tip, it's Boston. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Celtics, the speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. The forwards, Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger. And it's O'Neal in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now, here's Green, just 5 to shoot. Goes up the baseline. That's good. Green's got the first basket of the game for the Celtics.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game. After Jeff Green had that strong performance in the 2013 playoffs, he was handed the keys in Boston, but while his minutes went up, his efficiency went down. Maybe he's not suited for that lead role.
Butler attacking Noah. Butler kicks to Rose. Nails the wide open jump shot.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And Boston has possession.
And Jeff Green, in the third season of a big 4-year contract from the Celtics, they've certainly been big believers in his potential, and I think he's going to pay dividends on that belief.
Now here's Rondo. Green kicks to O'Neal. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. When you look at Jeff Green over his career, the 5th pick back in 2007, played big minutes for the Thunder and the Celtics.
But he struggled to find consistency, Kevin. I mean, some nights he's great, others he disappears, and that's just sort of the mystery.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw missing.
Often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing for them.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
As you said with the Bulls, there was a tendency to think that they were just Derrick Rose and 4 others, but top to bottom, this team has guys that can play.
Now here's Noah. Back to Rose. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
O'Neal dishes to Rondo, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. With Rose out last year, Clark, as you said, the guys who are mostly role players showed what they can do.
Well, they're really unselfish at both ends of the floor, and that shows. I mean, they give great effort, they trust each other, they play together, and they always play hard, and they finish games strong, which I think is a credit to them and the coaching staff.
And he finished it off with the lay-in.
Oh, boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I caught up with Coach Tom Thibodeau. I asked him which player he was most worried about, and his answer was immediate: Rajon Rondo. He said Rondo's ability to take control of games with his defense and his playmaking make it tough to mitigate what he can do on the floor. We'll see if he has something up his sleeve, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. The dish to Bradley. Back to Rondo. O'Neal is screen on Rose. It's Bradley on the wing. Launches it. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Bulls trail by 3. Rose kicks it to Noah. Got that bucket in no time at all.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
For Boston, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Rondo passes to Sullinger. O'Neal dishes to Bradley. Back to O'Neal. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
Here's Rose. He dishes it to Butler. Back to Rose. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
For Boston, they've gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
They had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Now, here's Green. Here's Bradley.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Outside Rose. The feed to Noah. Noah with a screen for Butler. And Rose wide open. He shoots. And the 3 ball is good. Rose has got 7 points in the game. Boston trailing.
Well, you know, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. I mean, a lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright. He's hard working. He communicates well. He's innovative. Showed that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
Now here's Rondo. Back to Green. The Celtics working the ball around now. Bradley can't get it to go. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And Coach Stevens, analytically minded, Butler had a full-time statistician who's one of his assistants.
Yeah, very new school in his approach. You might expect that from such a young guy, still in his 30s. Of course, he also needs to connect with his players. You know, and he's doing well. Despite the losses, the players really enjoyed playing for Stevens. And I think he's going to be an excellent coach. How about that shot? Off balance and over.
And so it's Boston now, trailing by 4. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Boston, no good that time either. The Bulls have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Mirotic has a wide open look. The 3-pointer, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Green kicks to Bradley, looking to end the drought. Mirotic grabs the miss.
He's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Pass to Noah. Jared Sullinger grabs the board.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Green with the ball. Noah picks him up. Green kicks to O'Neal. And he banks in the layup.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Kicks it to Noah. Back to Rose. Mirotic with it. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Rondo. And here we go. Rondo heading to the hoop. The score now all even.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
And Chicago shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Tries to save it, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Some changes for Boston. On defense, the Celtics. There's the pick. Got a piece of it. Olynyk with the steal. Here's Smart. Olynyk sets a screen for Smart. Feeds to Olynyk. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wallace. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Chicago with the ball. The drive by Brooks. Can't hit from in close.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Now here's Smart. He kicks to Turner. From the line, and it's Boston with another.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Evan Turner has a nice potpourri of skills. I mean, a 6'7" swingman with very good ball handling ability. Played a lot of point forward at the Ohio State University. And also an excellent rebounder for a wing. And his basketball IQ is quite high to go along with that versatility.
They get the rebound, and that one's good. And the Celtics lead by 2.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Heinrich passes to Gibson. The shot no good. Nice defense from Wallace. And Evan Turner, the number 2 pick back in 2010, but he struggled to put it all together.
Yeah, his shooting stroke is still a work in progress. You know, he's still developing that consistency with his scoring. His real strength is his playmaking ability and his ball handling.
Now here's Turner. From the baseline. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Heinrich dishes to Brooks. He feeds it to Gibson. Down low, here's Heinrich. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Kirk Heinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college. Still a quality defensive combo guard. At 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end, and he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
And Heinrich playing big numbers for the Bulls last season. But Steve, his shooting percentages have started now to tail off over the last few years.
You know, I think his defense is really what keeps him on the court at this point, Kevin. Offensively, still a good playmaker and a decision maker, but he's not going to be a big scorer.
And he's good on the second.
Well, the Celtics certainly played with a lot of passion last year. They got off to a start that few thought they would achieve, but even playing with passion can't cover up the holes in the roster.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 1. Brooks kicks to Gibson to the inside. And Heinrich gets it to go down on the assist by Gibson.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
6 feet out, and he gets it to go. Olynyk got his second bucket of the game to go. And so here is Chicago. Here's Brooks. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
We've also seen them do a great job of not letting easy shots go into the paint. Good amount of blocks for this team so far today.
Chicago trailing here on the floor for Boston. Brandon Bass is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Thornton. Then there's Smart. And it's Wallace in at the 3 slot. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
And the Celtics with possession here after the Bulls pick up 2. Pass to Smart. Dishes to Thornton. Clock at 6. Tries again. Bass's shot. Good. And the Celtics lead by 1.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Derrick Rose might be a superstar, but he doesn't lean towards the limelight. He said, I was always the kid who didn't say too much, and people didn't think I knew that much. But I followed everything that was going on in the room and always knew my surroundings. Paying attention to detail, that's part of being a point guard. Guys?
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. And Chicago shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. McDermott with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. Snell, the pass to Gibson. The dish now to Snell. The pass to McDermott. This one for 3. Rebound, Boston. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Wallace dishes to Bass. Smart kicks to Thornton. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Smart. Can't hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Snell, the pass to Brooks. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by Bass. 3-pointer. Can't get it to go. Here's Gibson. Passes it to McDermott. Back to Brooks. Stolen by Smart. Shot to end this cold run. Rips down the breakaway slam. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, 8 lead changes already. I mean, that's a big number this early in the game. So we're in for a treat tonight. This is a competitive matchup.
Offensive rebound. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Gibson's got 6 points. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Thornton dishes to Bass. The baseline J. That drops. Bass has got 4 this quarter.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
And Brooks, here we go. Here's Gibson. Nocioni is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. The Celtics with the lead. Sullinger is screen on Rose. Here's Rondo. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Rondo's got 6 points.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader. Bradley kicks to Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from 3-point range.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
It's stolen by Green. Rose against O'Neal. Uses the glass to finish the layup. O'Neal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. You know, he says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect for him.
Here's Rose. He has 7. And Rondo had said that his knee injury has made him humbler and certainly more appreciative of the NBA and his God-given gifts and not skipping steps in his approach now to the game.
Yeah, you know, but he did skip a flight with the Celtics last season. He stayed in L.A. to celebrate his birthday. That's not exactly how you want to go about your work.
So it's Boston now, following the 3-point basket by Chicago. Bradley kicks to Green. Back to Bradley. Screen by O'Neal. The drive by Rondo. Good. Rondo's got 8.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Noah with a screen on Rondo. Rose passes to Noah. Back to Rose. He dishes it to Gasol. No good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Green with the ball. Noah picks him up. O'Neal a screen on Butler. The drive by Rondo. Gasol with the steal. Now here's Rose. The feed now to Butler. Mirotic has a wide open look. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rondo dishes to Bradley. Back to Rondo. Outside Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. Rondo kicks to Green. Fires from deep. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Now here's Rose. He has 7. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And Boston with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now, a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
Yeah, they didn't just make the playoffs. They had home court advantage in the first round as well.
Chicago calls timeout. Rajon Rondo returning to action in mid-January of 2014, a little less than a year after his ACL tear. And, Steve, he looked pretty good.
He did. His shooting percentages were down, but, rebounding and passing as well as he ever has. Rondo, I think this year will be much more effective now that he's got some reps back on that knee.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Chicago. Then for the Celtics, Vitor Favarani's checked in for O'Neal, and Turner subbed in for Jared Sullinger. Rose kicks to Mirotic. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Mirotic has got his second basket.
And Rondo's field goal percentage dipped, but he shot a lot more three-pointers than ever before in his career. Coming off that injury, maybe not looking to drive as much as in the past. He hit that three-point shot at about 29%. I think he's got to get that mark up. If he does, then he could really be lethal.
And Rondo trying to add range to his shot. Didn't stay idle while he was getting healthy. Seems he rehabbed his shot while rehabbing his knee.
And that one misses.
And Chicago has their hands full guarding against Rondo.
He has 8 points and the 1 steal.
And he sinks the second.
Well, that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession lead at least.
Now Rose. He's got 7. Pass to Mirotic. There's 1:38 left in the first half. They set the pick. Back to Rose. Pulls up on the elbow. Again, Chicago.
Nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Outside Rondo. Kicks to Bradley. On the wing, Turner. Outside Rondo. Can't get it to go. Great defense that time from Noah. Here's Dunleavy, looking for his first basket still in this one. Noah with a screen for Rose. Jumper off the screen, buries the jump shot. Noah's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
There's the pick. Outside Bradley. There's the triple. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
Mirotic's shot is off. Here's Bradley. Feeds to Rondo. He kicks to Turner. Back to Rondo. It's blocked. It's all tied in Chicago. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Boston needs to do a better job guarding against Derrick Rose.
He has 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Mirotic in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Here's Rondo, following the score by Derrick Rose. Out to the wing. And Sullinger kicks to Rondo. He feeds it to Bradley. Rondo passes to Green. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And it's 8 points for Jeff Green. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see. Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Rondo against Rose. Rondo, good. Rondo's got 11 points.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Noah kicks to Butler, and he dunks it down.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
Steve, Boston last year was a team looking to rebuild, but their offense was just horrid at times.
Yeah, near the bottom in scoring as well as shooting efficiency. They lost a lot of games because of those offensive struggles.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, common wisdom among players is that it's better to be an unrestricted free agent than a restricted one. However, a recent study found that comparable players ended up making more money in restricted free agencies. Teams know they have to overpay to avoid a player's team matching that offer. Kevin?
Oh, some good examples from this offseason, Doris. Great job, thanks.
Yeah, the contracts given to Chandler Parsons and Gordon Hayward come to mind. I mean, both were able to command max salaries despite not yet being star caliber.
Sullinger is screen on Rose. Rondo dishes to Sullinger. Back to Rondo. From outside the arc, that's good. And now a 4-point Celtic lead.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Rondo against Rose. Pass to Butler. Noah with a screen for Butler. Rose kicks to Butler. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Mirotic. The rebound by the Celtics. Bradley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside Rondo. O'Neal is screen on Rose. Green, the pass to Rondo. Right side Green. Right side Green. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Chicago making some changes. Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And McDermott subbed in for Mirotic. Smart's checked in for Boston. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Down low. And it's Butler with the jam. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Here's Green. The Bulls getting the bucket. 6 on the shot clock. Smart dishes to Rondo. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, the Bulls were expected to play a role in free agency this past summer with all the cap room they had. A lot of options in terms of which way they could have gone.
With the Bulls, it was thought that Melo or maybe even Wade could be one of their targets. But Clark, they opted to go big and bring in the former Laker Pau Gasol.
And you know what? To get Gasol in there might seem like overkill with Noah already manning the middle for Chicago. But I tell you what, his skill set will be a nice complement to Noah and the rest of that front line.
A long front line, huh?
Big time.
Wow. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Rose. And a change for the Celtics. Wallace is checked in for Green. And Rondo drops them both. Bulls trail by 4. Heinrich outside. Dishes to Gibson. And here is Butler. 9 points in the game so far. Good on the shot. Rondo with the ball. Now the dish to O'Neal. O'Neal is screen on Heinrich. And it's Rondo penetrating. Can't hit from 12.
Good, tough defense there. Getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for him.
Now here's McDermott. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Gibson, and he hits it to tie the game up. And the Celtics with possession here. Outside Rondo. Into O'Neal. With the shot. Boston. No good that time either.
Boy, that's a shocking miss. That's one of his favorite spots on the floor, and the defense was nowhere to be found.
Heinrich outside. Butler sets a screen for Heinrich. 6 to shoot. For the lead. And it's laid in by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 points this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Screen by O'Neal. In the corner, Wallace with it. Back to Rondo. There's the pass to Smart. He dishes it to Rondo. Wallace outside. O'Neal inside. Defended by Gibson.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin. And I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
Heinrich from outside. Rebound, Boston. Outside, Rondo. Screen by O'Neal. In the corner, Wallace with it. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one. Bulls have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. Chicago calls timeout.
Gerald Wallace undergoing knee and ankle surgeries in an early end to last season. For a player so dependent on his athleticism, it'll be interesting to see how he does coming back now at the age of 32.
Some changes for Chicago. Dunleavy's check in for Gasol. And Tony Snell subbed in for Butler. Then for the Celtics, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for O'Neal. Turner comes in for Jared Sullinger. And it's Thornton in for Rajon Rondo. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He wants them running a disciplined, organized offense with an emphasis on setting screens and creating open shots on the floor for their shooters. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Turner. The Bulls knocking down the three. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Turner's got it all tied up now for Boston. And Wallace last season battling gamely on a rebuilding Celtics team.
Yeah, it was an interesting attempt at a fit for Wallace. I mean, the team was going young, and he's near the tail end of his career, so it's not ideal for him or the team, but nonetheless, he's always been a pro that works extremely hard and brings value wherever he's been.
Thornton laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Heinrich up top. Passes it to McDermott. Stolen by Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Turner leading the charge. And Thornton kicks to Smart. Plays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And the Celtics with possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket. Turner passes to Wallace. To the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Smart. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And he gets it to go. Wallace has got 5 points now this quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Gibson with it. Now guarded by Smart. And Gibson kicks to Dunleavy. Bulls moving the ball around. Snell, that's good.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. 36 seconds left in the third. Gibson with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. The feed now to Snell. Shot clock at 6. Heinrich against Thornton. And Chicago with another bucket. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Looking over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second of it, Mark.
Yeah, me too.
Man, this has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Chicago leading by just 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. He had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
Here's Rondo. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Brandon Bass is out there with Vitor Favarani. And it's Rondo in at point guard.
This has been a terrific contest up to this point, and I would guess it's going to stay this way all the way to the end. Great matchup.
Probably so. Neither team wants to give an inch.
Rose dishes to Butler. Rose passes to Mirotic. Gasol inside. Favarani's there. That's good from Gasol on the assist by Rose. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Here's Favarani, and Noah with the block. Rose kicks it to Noah. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Rose penetrating. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Man, an even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I know you know about how the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are right now.
Outside, Green. Back to Bradley. Here's the 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Rose. Pass to Gasol.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested to him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
That free throw good from Gasol. And Pau, never really the burly type, but for 7-footers, getting as light as possible can really reduce the pounding on those joints.
Yeah, it does. They say every 5 pounds takes some significant wear and tear off your joints. We've certainly seen that be effective for Tim Duncan. He's leaned up considerably, and Pau able to play both power forward and center. I think the lighter weight will serve him well.
Well, something of a bounce-back season for Pau Gasol in 2013-14, Steve, with better health and a return to playing in the middle more often.
Yeah, you know, he dealt with a few nagging injuries, Kevin, but scored better, rebounded better. Nice to see him, show that he's really still an elite big after struggling a couple seasons ago.
The Bulls leading by 5. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Gasol, a screen on Rondo. Rose gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Rose has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for Pau, with an expiring contract, trade rumors swirled all season long. That's nothing new for him. We've been hearing them for years.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Pau last season making $20 million a year. Hard for the Lakers to trade him when they wanted cap space. In the end, he found a new home and a new start in free agency.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
And the wide open shot from Rose. Off the left rim and out.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Bulls leading by 6. Gasol dishes to Butler. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Take a look at what Butler's done. He has 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
And so Butler nails both of them. And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
O'Neal misses. The Bulls leading by 8. Butler passes to Gasol. Butler with the ball, now guarded by Bradley. Kicks it to Mirotic. Back to Rose. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebound, Boston.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Noah against O'Neal. Plays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, O'Neal's got 4 points in the quarter. The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Chicago calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. So it's Chicago now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
He's been ready to do work in the fourth quarter.
Celtics trail by 8. Now here's Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Bradley, no one around him. Here's Sullinger. Shot is off. Good D by Gasol. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Rose kicks to Mirotic. Now Rose. Noah with a screen on Rondo. 6 to shoot. Noah's shot is off.
I'll tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Gasol setting the pick for Noah. Here's Rose. Good. Rose has got 11 in the second half.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
O'Neal inside, covered by Noah. The jump hook, and it falls over the rim and in. And 12 points for Red Hot.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Gasol, a screen on Rondo. Noah the screen. Rose attacking. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Gasol setting the pick for Rose. Noah with a screen on Rondo. Here's Rose. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Rose has got 22 points.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Rose against Rondo. O'Neal a screen on Rose. Outside, Green launches a 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Another strong rebound, just like we got used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Outside Butler. At the top of the key, Mirotic. And he converts the layup. Mirotic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Outside Rondo. Feeds it to Sullinger. Misses the 3. The Bulls leading by 8. Here is Rose. Double team on Rose. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Butler goes in, just 4 to shoot. Double team on Rose. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
2 minutes, 2-1.
Here's Rose. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul. Derrick Rose at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Rebounded by the Celtics. Zellinger's got his 6th rebound on the night. Rondo dishes to Bradley. On the wing, Green gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's demoralizing. They needed to stop there, and instead they give up 3 points on an open look.
Chicago calls timeout. They're up by 4. There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Rose penetrating. Butler kicks to Rose. To the left wing. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Butler passes to Mirotic. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Mirotic has got 5 points now this quarter. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 7. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. .03 left in the fourth quarter. Rondo kicks to O'Neal. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
There's been no pressure from his standpoint in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's made 5 of his 6 shots.
Noah with a screen for Rose. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. 50 seconds left in the game. Pass to Mirotic. He kicks it to Rose. Just 5 on the clock. Butler on the wing. All alone. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
Rondo wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. Chicago's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Rose dishes to Butler. And Mirotic kicks to Butler. Here's Rose. And that one's good. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're losing by 9. 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's in the bag. I mean, I commend them for really putting forth the effort until the very end. But this thing's over.
You know, sometimes you just have to throw up the white towel and let fate run its course so you can get on to the next game.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Baseline try. Smart misses. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan player of the game. Doris?
Derek, tremendous work on the glass tonight. How important is that aspect of the game to this team?
It's huge. That's all Tibbs talked about. Second rebound. We press the boards. Our bigs are big at it. And when we pass it back out, we usually got the three-pointer. So it's easy basketball.
Derek, thank you so much. Guys, hard to run if you don't rebound the ball.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose.